Salute, salute. Welcome back to Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. You're now tuned in to the funniest true crime podcast in the world. We are back in the building. We are back in the building. Dumb Crimes and Criminals is here. You know what I'm saying? What they say, have no fear. Dumb Crimes and Criminals is here. All right, we are here. We are in the building. You already know, top of the show, you know how I would go. Do me a favor. Help me spread the word about the podcast. It's free. Word of mouth is free. It doesn't cost you any money to tell somebody about the podcast. You understand what I'm saying? It doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't harm you. It doesn't cause you no type of issues or nothing. Just tell somebody about the podcast. Go on your phone and send this to everybody you know. Email this to everybody you know. All right? Let them know about the podcast. Let them know what we got going on over here. And that's all I ask. You know what I'm saying? That's all I ask. But yeah, man, we back in the building. FTHMedia is the network. All right? Support the network. You know, I definitely appreciate that. Support the network. The link to the network will be in the show notes. You know what I'm saying? If you got a funny story that you want me to do on the podcast, you want me to make an episode about it, feel free to send it to the thedccpodcast at gmail.com. And if I haven't done the story or if I think it's funny, it'll be the next episode. The thedccpodcast at gmail.com. Feel free to send them stories in. You dig? But yeah, man, we here. I'm just chilling, man. I'm just chilling. Been super, super busy. Super hot outside, man. That fog is wild. Like, yo, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? That joint make you not even want to be outside. But yeah, man, I'm just chilling right now. Actually, I just realized like I got kids in 3 different states right now. I got kids in Chicago, Maryland, and New York right now. That's crazy. But yeah, I'm chilling. I'm actually recording this podcast before I'm about to step out, man. Go hang out with my wife and my daughter. You know, maybe catch a movie or something. We'll see what's going on. About to hit the city. You dig? On today's episode, we're going to Chicago. All right? And salute to Chicago, man. Saying I'm a New Yorker that resides in Chicago. You dig? Me and my family, we actually reside in Chicago, and Chicago's lit. You know what I'm saying? There's always something to do. The architect is second to none out here, man. You know, the city is ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? Chicago is fire. All right? Chicago has a lot of character, and it has a lot of characters. Yeah, you understand? It has a lot of character, and it has a lot of characters. And today's we're gonna be talking about one of those characters. You understand? But yeah, man, we're going to Chicago. I'm not, you know, I do a lot of episodes and I don't remember every you know, where every person is from the episode. So I don't know how many stories I've done on Chicago. But yeah, man, like I said, shout out to Chicago, man. There's always something to do. There was a taco festival today. We was gonna go check it out, but we're gonna go hang out, do some other stuff. But let's get into my man, Mr. Hill. Now, I'm gonna tell you off the rip. I say this all the time, right? One of the wildest things, in my opinion, you could do for money is try to rob a bank. You know what I'm saying? That's probably one of the riskiest things that you can try to come up on some money, in my opinion, because going in the bank, you don't know who's in there. You don't know how many people's in there. You don't know what type of security system they got. You don't know. This is not a movie. You understand what I'm saying? We're talking about real life here. So your average bank robber, right? Your average bank robber is not, this isn't Ocean's 11. You know what I'm saying? Like, these dudes isn't that sophisticated. Their thing is run up in the bank, yo, give me the money and run out. That's as far as their planning goes. That bank running, yo, give me the money and run out. You understand what I'm saying? So when it comes to like robbing a bank, to me, Feel free to let me know in the comments. We're not talking about, we're talking about like robbery. So to me, one of the riskiest things to rob is a bank. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to hit me up in the comments and let me know what y'all think. But I just think that's like gotta be top five. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you don't know how many cameras in the bank, what type of security systems they got, how many people's gonna be in the bank, who's gonna be in the bank. None of that. You know what I mean? You could run up in the bank and there's cops in the bank. Like you don't know who's gonna be inside that bank. So let's get into my man, Mr. Hill. So your man, Mr. Hill, all right, he's arrested for on bank robbery. This is what happens. So first and foremost, your man walks into the bank twice. All right, he walks into the bank twice, doesn't do anything. Now it doesn't specify if he, walked in and, looked around, looking suspicious. I don't know, but it says he walked in the bank twice. Then he came back to the bank again for the third time at 1:08 p.m. Okay. He hands the bank teller a handwritten note. Mind you, this dude already been in the bank twice. So you're already on camera twice. Now you walk back in the bank a third time, hands the handwritten note to the teller. The note in sloppy handwriting says, robbery. I need 20,000, no die pack or alarm. I have a gun. All right? That's what the note says. Robbery. I need $20,000, no die pack or alarm. I have a gun. Gave that to the teller. The teller says, okay. Goes back to the spot in the back. She told the man, wait right here. I'll be right back. Goes to the back. Tells her coworkers what's going on. Right? Goes to the back, tells coworkers what's going on. Hits the silent alarm. And they stayed in the back. So she goes to the back, hit the silent alarm, and then they stay in the back. Doesn't even come back out. Dude, Mr. Hill, he waits for her. He's just standing there waiting. You just walked into a bank 2 times. The third time you come in, you got a note, a robbery note. You give it to the teller. She walks to the back out of sight. Tells the coworkers, yo, look, we're being robbed. Hits the silent alarm. They don't come back out. And you stand there. Nothing's clicking to say, hold on, what can she be doing back there? Why is she taking so long back there? What's going on back there? I should probably get up out of here. I should probably leave. You let them get out of sight during a robbery. You do not have your eyes on everyone you need to have your eyes on. You don't have the situation under control. You understand what I'm saying? Like, again, we're not advocating this stuff. We're just speaking about what's going on. You went up in the bank and didn't even have control of the situation. You went in the bank, handed a note, and then just like, yo, I'll be here. Just take your time. What is going on? How do you walk in the bank and just wait for somebody, like they're really going to go in the back and bring you $20,000 with no die and don't hit the alarm? Like you thought that note was going to get the job done. You thought that note was going to be enough to get the job done. She goes to the back and hits the silent alarm. 4 minutes. It said in 4 minutes later, the cops come. 4 minutes later. He's arrested. Yo, now that he told the cops, this the wild part. He tells the cops he's trying to cash a check. Hey yo, he told the cops he's not robbing the bank. He's just trying to cash a check. My man, the letter said this is a robbery. What check are you trying to cash? The letter said robbery. I need 20,000. Hand that over. And don't use no dye packs, because I be watching movies and I know y'all like to slip the little dye pack in there and it blow up and all that. And I be watching the movies, so I know y'all like to hit the alarm. So don't give me no dye pack. And don't hit that alarm. Just give me the 20,000. And I'm staying right here for you. Man, if you don't get, yo. Listen, man, hey, man, I'm just the host of Dumb Crimes and Criminals. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not telling these people to do these acts. You know what I'm saying? I'm not telling these people to commit these crimes. I'm not telling you to walk in the bank, hand them a note, and wait for them. I'm not doing that. You understand what I'm saying? I don't understand why you thought that would be the move. You know, it's beyond me. It's beyond me. In no movie do you ever watch where there's some type of bank robbery or bank heist, do they let the bank teller go out of sight and do whatever they want to do? You let the bank teller get out of sight on you and do whatever they wanted to do. In what movie did you see that? You can't name one movie. This is why I said this, like, come on, man. This is why I said this is not a movie, this is real life. In real life, your average bank robber is gonna run up in a spot. He might run up in there with some guns out demanding, you know what I mean, and then bounce out and get what he can get. But it's not a movie, man. You know what I'm saying? You really can't. You can't. Nobody's gonna be in it. I could tell that they probably knew that this man didn't know what the hell he was doing. Because clearly he probably didn't pose no threat to them. And they knew that he didn't know what the hell he was doing, clearly. Because she told him, okay, yeah, let me go get that. And you wait right here. And you allowed it. So they probably went in the back, locked the door, hit the alarm. Cops there 4 minutes, you arrested. You know what I'm saying? Real quick, real easy. But why would you do it that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot just walk up in a bank like that, man. You know, I don't know what was on your mind, you know. And again, man, desperate times calls for desperate measures. I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Trump, I get it. 20 bands, you needed that. I understand that. You know what I'm saying? I understand you needed that 20, but that was not the way to go to get that 20. That was not the way to go to get that 20. When she said, I'll be right back, you should have been right gone. You understand what I'm saying? When she said, I'll be right back, you should have been right gone, because you already lost by letting her out your sight. You're bugging out. You know what I'm saying? But that was today's episode. This is Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. I'm on all platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, you can find the podcast. If they got a comment session, do me a favor, man. Drop a comment, interact with me, man. We here. You dig? Follow the Instagram at the _podcast. I'm about to try and revive that, get that thing rolling. Again, man, we trying to build this community, man. You know, this is the funniest true crime podcast in the world. It's nothing like it. I got some things coming. I know I keep saying it, but you know, it takes time because I want it to be something. You dig? But we here, man. We here. And I will get better at the episodes dropping. Okay, I got y'all. Trust me, I got y'all. What else? FTH Media, man. FTH Media. FTH Media is the network that is the network. Okay, that is the network that I'm trying to build up. Okay, I got 2 other podcasts over there. I got what we talking about, and I got movie talk. Okay, and Dumb Crimes and Criminals is the flagship podcast for the network. So I would definitely appreciate y'all support the network. Help me spread the word about the podcast. You dig? And we here, man. We're gonna keep turning it up. Gonna keep bringing y'all these funny episodes because it's a lot going on out there, man. Like we here to talk about it. You dig? This is Dumb Crimes and Criminals. I am your host, Rick. I'm gone.